drugs, gambling, alcohol, Belle Delphine's bathwater. Like it or not, everybody has an addiction. And I'm human, I'm no different to any of you. I too have a thirst that needs to be quenched. And recently, I'm ashamed to admit, but I've felt this overwhelming force looming over me. Like what James Corden must be experiencing to make him so unlikable. I just can't get enough dudes. Yes, it's true, I'm still addicted, but I am going to dude therapy about it soon. And in the 55 hours I've played this game in the last 2 weeks, it hasn't all been worrisome. I recently cooked up this build where I use all the dudes that change the colours of the health bar. And last night on stream, I ran this build to see how it'd go. And to my surprise, one of the game devs, Butterscotch Carl, actually joined my chat and gave us some insider info into the next update, the 1.1 update. Which is pretty awesome to see. Also, in case you missed it, I posted a video a few days ago going over what I think is the world record highest round, 503. Now, some people said they've seen higher and they've gotten higher, which I don't doubt. It's really easy, it's just time consuming. But as far as I know, I'm the world record holder and I'm going to hold on to my title until I get proved wrong. Just a subtle little flex I wanted to sneak in there. Also, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. Cheers. Now, as good as this game is, it doesn't have the popularity that I feel like it deserves. So I'm going to do a very quick speedrun for those who haven't played or seen this game before. Choose 5 dudes, fight innocent animals, get money, buy upgrades, get more dudes, feel sad about killing animals, get more money, suck it up because they're not real animals, they're pixels on a screen, get more upgrades, discover cool synergies, get even more dudes, break the game, come to terms with the fact that pixels don't have feelings, and nuke the animals, feel stronger than God, somehow lose on the final boss despite having invested enough money to put a down payment on a house, feel bad, run it back! And now you get the gist. Over the past few weeks, I've noticed there's a handful of dudes, relics, and trinkets that can change the colour of the health bars. And I started cooking up a build in a lab where I could apply all of these colours onto one dude. Which, I mean, you're seeing this video, so clearly it worked. So how did I do it? Well, first, we gotta talk about what stuff actually changes the health bars. Warlocks apply purple to themselves through their pact. Liches apply black to the dudes below them on the dude roster through their thralls. And mutants give every dude blue from their floof balls. There's a relic on Dentist called Laughing Gas that adds 2 more shades of green. The Bad Credit trinket applies red to its wielder, and Temporary Health gives a bit of purple, pinkish colour, but it's different to the purple from the Warlocks. And the top of each health bar is yellow, which is just the usual colour. So each of these colours can be applied to any dude apart from the Lich, because they can't give themselves black. But Warlock can only give themselves purple. So we need to have Warlock be the designated rainbow dude. When combining all these colours onto the Warlocks, we get purple, slightly different purple, a little bit of pink, black, blue, yellow, red, and 3 different shades of green. That's 10 colours on one dude. And it leaves our team roster looking like this. Warlock, Lich, Mutant, Dentist, and then ideally someone with lots of temporary health spread like Ghost through the Ectoplasm Vial, and other relics like Ring of Shielding, Mana Collector, Dental Filling, and Power Siphon. Hey Butterscotch Carl, can you do me a favour and can you log on really quick and then give me Bad Credit as part of the trinkets and let me put it on Warlock? I'd really appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much! I really appreciate your work. Streamer luck. True, I could get streamer luck. By the way, when I do builds like these, I stream on Twitch. I also stream all the other games I play. Like right now, I'm playing TFT because there's a new set. And soon, be doing my first playthrough of Black Myth Wukong, which would be awesome. So if you want to come by, or if you like me, come have a chat. As you can tell, I fucking love to yap. Okay, enjoy the build. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, enjoy the build. With most random comps I cook, they end up just being god-awful, usually lacking one of the 3 key elements to a build, healing, damage, or tankiness. And this build is no exception. As you can probably tell, there is hardly any damage really, apart from the Warlock stacking up a lot of Revenant stacks from the Lich. In hindsight, I probably could have swapped Ghosts for a DPS dude because Mutant gives the team heals and there's enough temporary health through the Dentist and other relics that I showed before, but that's in the past. So maybe I could have gone with something like the Cave dude for a lot of damage, or even the Mummy so it adds black to the enemy health bars, that could be cool. Speaking of the Mummy, I've got some insider info. Butterscotch Carl mentioned the Mummy would be getting some adjustments in the next update as well as the Medic, which if you ask me is necessary. I think both of those dudes are incredibly weak. Carl also mentioned the medical license will be getting nerfed, God rest its soul, but it is much needed. So I started off the run by stacking Ghost and Mutant dudes as much as I could because, as we know by now, healing is the best stat in the game, and he who does not heal, well, dies. I wasn't too frugal with my spending though because I didn't need every relic, so the business dude wasn't as necessary as he was in like my round 500 run. But regardless of what build you have, you'd want to invest as much as you can. That's just a general tip. For trinkets, obviously Bad Credit on Warlock for the red health bar, and I also went with my personal favourite trinket, Ear Gouges, and put it on Ghost. Ear gougers basically make the builder have 2 lives, and when they would die the first time, they instead get more attack power, which on Ghost would mean more team-wide healing. It could work on Mutant as well, but I just prefer Ghost as a dude. I settled for Team Jersey on Mutant dudes because again, more healing, but Inhaler could also work. And Riz for the Lich to buff the Warlocks even more. And then for Dentist, I went with Scrubs, thinking surely a Dentist with Scrubs can't be a bad combo. Turns out it's not that great. For the food dude, I mainly tried to get attack power buffs for Ghost and Mutant, and if that failed, then crit chance for Dentist, but ultimately the food dude really doesn't matter in this comp too much, like it's not a sweaty comp. One thing I noticed though was that by the end of the run, the Mutants were so efficient that everyone's health bars were being overpowered by blue, because there were so many Fluke Ball. And while that would usually be a great thing to have happen, in this case I wanted each color to be split fairly evenly. So if you wanted to do this and get a more even color spread, I'd recommend not buying all the Mutant relics and instead stick only like 3 or 4. But look, ultimately this video isn't meant to show you that this build is like insanely powerful or anything, because it's not. There are plenty more powerful builds, and I'm sure if you've played the game, you probably know that. This is just me showing a fun and unique homegrown build that I wanted to share because, well, I enjoy it. I enjoy theory crafting random bullshit and spending the time to see if my Twitch chat's ideas would work. But in saying that, this build did actually go on to beat the tier 2 boss, and did so with flying colours. Flying colours, get it? Flying colours, because it's a rainbow Healthbar. So who really knows how far the Gay Pride Warlocks can take this build? Probably not that much further though, unless you get some more damage. But anyway, that about wraps it up for this build. There's not too much more I can say. Like it's just a bit of a fun build, not meant to be taken too seriously. But before you go, I have some more How Many Dudes videos on the way. On my world record around 500 build, there were people saying to do it on tier 3 because, oh, do it on tier 3, tier 1's easy mode. Well, I did it on tier 3, and I did it first try too. I got to endless, and then I clicked off because I wanted to do other runs like this. So that video will be out in a couple of days, and that about wraps it up for the Rainbow Warlock build. So if you enjoyed it, let me know, like, subscribe, blah, blah, all that jazz. You know the deal. You watch YouTube, you've been through this game before, you've played these games before, you know how it goes.